I realized at the end of the last episode, I never bought a milk trailer. And we're going to need one of those to get milk. I think I did buy an animal transport, but I'll need a trailer for milk. Let's see. And the question is, it's under animals? Is that where? Yeah. We have, let's see, what does that fit? The Man TGS. I don't want to invest in a truck yet. Maybe eventually. 25,000. This holds a bunch of different fluids. It's a mod. Oh, that's supposed to go with the man truck. Okay, what is this? I really actually kind of like this one. Will be easier to back up, but it holds less. Ooh. I think I'm going to go for this one, though. That's different than anything that we've had. We can change the wheels. Ooh, we can get Nokian tires. And let's see, white tires. Okay. Le. For those of you that, yeah, it's French for milk. Milch. I like milk. Load capacity big. How do we... What exactly are we changing inside? I don't know. I mean, let's see what we got. I'm looking through the different... What does that change? That's kind of cool. Our farm has steer. It's the gold milk truck. Oh, I like that. Design color. What do we got there? Ooh, blue. No. Lighter? Oh, but that milk is white. We'd like some blue milk. Design color white. Let's see if I make that blue. Everything is blue. No, silver is better. Well, that's interesting. That's rim color. Wait a minute. So what does design color do then? Oh, but that, yeah. Okay, cool. $30,000. Ooh, that's expensive. Okay. So we have left us to buy cows. The good news is if I wanted to, see, the thing is we don't have anything for arable farming. We still need a harvester, which we could bop in around probably $200,000. We've got the Nova, which would do. I don't really need a big harvester because we only plant like one small field. The Nova looks like it is. They got the vintage class maxi. The downside with this mod is that it gets dirty or like paint chipped after like 2 uses. It's like completely like the paint's off of it. That might work. Honestly, it seems like I thought I loaded the Gomselmish, but it looks like our Roselmish is the best. Let me see what else we have. Hold on 1 second here. To be frank, I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but I called around and was able to dig these up. Check this out. We do have, for 100,000, we have a small axial flow case. Probably a little higher quality than, look at that. That's actually kind of a nice harvester. I'll tell you what, this in the game, it looks, decent sized. In real life, this thing is freaking, it's funny how big it is. Like, these are little harvesters, but they're still, don't let the video game fool you. They are big harvesters. Seeing one in person, I was like, whoa, that's a monster. Here we go. So here's a very inexpensive Gomselmush, which, as far as I'm understand, and don't get me wrong, please don't get angry with me if I'm wrong about this, but these come from, I believe, Eastern Europe, possibly Ukraine, maybe even Russia. I'm not sure. Those of you who know and make these can speak up and be angry at me that I got it wrong. I apologize. I'm not sure where they come from, but I'm assuming that they're either Eastern European or possibly even Russian. But I could be wrong. I'm probably definitely wrong. But here we go. So here's a Gomselmish that is available. It is a really junky, cheap harvester. But if we want to go that route, we can. But to be honest with you, we can just mow We can plant some wheat and mow it. It doesn't have to be that fancy. So if we look at mowers, what do we have available here? This is kind of a cool device here, and it's not that expensive, but we've already got our mower, so we should be all set there. It's about the same width and everything. We've also got this interesting. There's a powered windrower too, I think. Wonder what they put that under. Yeah, they have a windrower. It might be just under regular windrowers, which is it's a push cart windrower. But for now, I think we're just gonna be doing it by hand. So I'll get a plow, I'll dig up a bit of a field, and we will plant, and we'll just rent we should probably buy it. Let's see what we have available as far as seeder cultivator type deals. And let's see which one's. Let's see if we can get. Let's see. This still needs to. I'm looking for one that does not need previous cultivating. The John Deere no-till drill would work. There's a double no-till drill. Don't need that. Wow, those. That's not possible. You have to till before that. That's cheating. There's a no-till. Man, I feel like I'm missing one. I thought I saw another one, but I guess that's that. That one also is no-till. The Pottinger. Neither of these need tilling, nor the Vader stat. So we got a lot of choices. I think those are too big for our current farm. That's pretty large too. But that's a good price. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it's got the... Maybe I'll use the ridge markers. We could put a... Oh, that's a good idea to have a solid fill tank. Yep. That we would get a little bit of fertilizer action going on. $44,000. That's not a bad deal. Now, we're still going to have to rent a plow to make the field because it's the fields that we have are not arable. What that means is they're basically for looks. They've got grass on them, which we can mow over and over again, but we can't really grow anything on them until we actually plow them and quote unquote create a field. So that is all of our equipment. I'm going to go ahead and start moving this crap over to the farm. What we need today, definitely we're going to mow. And so I might even just start doing that, like mowing and tedding. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. So we might as well get started on that. But let's go ahead and take a little trip. Do. And even the field that we're going to turn into wheat, we're going to mow it first, that we don't waste the product. And let's take a hoops. And once again, I may not make a whole field into wheat. And we still got a decent amount of money left over for animals, so we should be able to get some cows. I might do a half and half, do some meat cows and do some dairy cows and see how we come out. So we'll be producing milk, but we'll also be having cows for meat. We'll see. Taking a look at the map. Interestingly, all the lands we own don't really show because there's no numbers on any of them. Somebody was mentioning quote unquote dead fields. They're like, why are all the fields dead? And that's a good question, actually. They're not dead. What they are is they're not, like I said, they're not arable. So you have to go in with your plow and do create field for them to become actual plantable fields. They're not dead. They're just not. I don't think I own this. Let's see real quick here. What does this say? Yes, it's not. We could probably actually mow that since it doesn't have an ownership if we wanted to, but I don't want to. Let's take a look at the lands. Actually, it's probably a good idea to, since it's been a couple. Yeah, that's okay. That's field 137. We don't want to do. That's not ours. So we own 53. That's really hard to. visualize. And then we own all those 52, 51, 50. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up making 50 our wheat field. And yep, our field is all of the stuff on the other side of here. So let's go ahead. This is going to be hay. Hey. We'll make the other two silage. And here we go to work. Was it Control V that lowers both? Yeah. Oh, man. And unfortunately, doing the tedding really cuts back on our speed. When we're mowing, just mowing, our speed ahead is like 14 miles an hour. But doing it both at the same time. Though, honestly, these fields are small enough that I probably would run out of space and be whacking into stuff if I wasn't careful. So that field, this field here over to my right, we're going to make that wheat. And we're just going to mow it. We don't even have to have a harvester go in there. We'll just mow it. That way we don't have to do a lot of turning and fancy maneuvers in there. So, first work being done on the farm, pretty cool stuff. I'm going to get enough to put some food together for the animals, and then we'll buy some cows. I'm thinking probably the wise thing to do also, I don't know, man, it's like, well, let's see how many bales we get. I'm interested to see, we'll have to keep count. If it's worth ripping this up and putting down like fresh, like we planted it ourselves, or if we should just leave it. Though we should buy a couple cows to see where I want to know, like, maybe I shouldn't be mowing that pasture next to us. You know what I mean? Like that might be for the cows only. Oh, we're getting a readout, though, on our precision farming. Interesting. I'm pretty sure I don't own that field. Let's stop and look. Once again, learning the fields. Talking about the outfield. Josie's on a vacation far away. Oh, I do own it. Okay, well, that can be hay also, I guess. Or that could be where we put our beef cows. I could put the paddock down in there because that's nice and flat. So maybe that would be a good... Oh, that's it. So we don't have access to this land here. Pretty much right here is where that ends. Good to know. Okay, we have access to this land. So just go along here. And I think that sign for it's interesting that since we bought the land, it didn't go away. I think maybe this development land, interesting. So maybe they want you to put industries on this too. And I bought it and I'm going to use it for grass instead. So I'm a backwards farmer. And see, when I go to mow for the windrower, I can do that. I can do the windrower and the mower for the silage fields. So looking at that again, we do own that sliver over there. And I own this ahead of me. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do hay and what I want to do silage. I think I'll do the little field to my left, and then the field that's behind our barn over by 109, 92, 91. I'm going to do that hay also. And then the fields to my, just in front of me here and to my right, I'm going to make those all silage. And then I think, yeah, for next year, I think the one by 91, 92, and 109, that will be my wheat field because it's kind of off away from these other fields that are grass. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll make that one wheat, and these will all just continue to be grass. So, alrighty. Me track. I missed some grass. Dang it. And once again, I'm not sure exactly what that field to the right is for. Aside from we can mow it, and I'm going to this time, but I think that we may end up using part of that as a paddock for meat cows. And we're looking through and see what paddocks we have. I know some of them are just ridiculously expensive. Like in fact, let's take a look right now. If we were to do this, construction, this is the land that I own, this field. And if I had animals, cows, so they get some cheaper. Oh, that's it, huh? Too many animal pens, huh? Okay, I guess I can't. What about this? No. That? Huh. So I guess maybe there's some kind of mod or something that's keeping us from doing that. That's weird. So I guess we can't put our own animal. But that's disappointing because I wanted to expand. But I guess we'll just have to buy on the map to expand. Weird. Well, we'll figure it out. So then I guess I will just mow that for hay because what the hay? I want to use it. So we be jamming. I'm going to do some mowing. I will join you guys shortly. Ta-ra-ra-boom-de-ay, ta-ra-ra-boom-de-ay. I mowed mine yesterday. Anyway, we are almost finis on this field. This took a long time. I'm regretting desperately the decision to go with a single mower. We could have done. I might have, this is fun. This is a fun size mower. Then again, this is the largest field that we own. So in all fairness, we're only going to be doing this like 700 times. I probably should have gone with a bigger tractor that could do a triple mower setup. I'm regretting this right now. What would you do? I'll let you guys decide how we handle this. I could sell this in the stair and buy a larger stair and then just get a mowing kit. We'll be down a little bit of money, but this was an interesting experiment. Notice how I said experiment and not experiment, because this is not spearmint gum. But I think the experiment showed that this possibly is not the correct setup for this setup. Especially if we're going to be doing a lot of mowing. This is going to be very time consuming. But then again, I think in real life, I mean, that's probably what farmers are in for. The giant mowing thing, I don't know. So yeah, you put in the comments what you think. If you think I should get the big mower, or the little mower, how you think I should handle this. Should I sell and size up? Because I think already we can see that this is going to be... How the heck do I get back there? I'm trying to figure out how to get into... This is not my field. But this little field is... No, this is not my... This is my little field. There's a driveway up there. Okay, all right. This field isn't... I don't think this is mine. But let's take a look at the map. No. Arthur. Yeah, that's off my territory. Wait, let's look again. Yeah. Let me just double check of this. That doesn't look like this is mine either. In some ways I hope it is, and in some ways it is. Okay. So we'll open the gate and we're gonna go in there and mow that. Next. Then again, these little fields, this mower, maybe this is the way to go, because this is a really little mower and it fits in these little fields. And I think a bigger set will get tangled all the time. This might be the size that we have to cope with. My phone just went off. Wow, that's a bizarre thing this time of night. Crapola. I gotta go down there. Howdy, neighbor. Oh, the gate. It's going to open just where I don't need it. Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, this is the right setup for this. As much as I hate mowing that giant field, that is only one field. And the other fields are smaller. So that was the one that I did was by far my largest field. And the other ones are all gated, too. So that makes it a little bit more tight. Tweet. We'll mow here. Yeah, this is good. How do I close this? Is it B? Yeah, okay. Whoops. And I don't think this grass is ready to be mowed yet, but we'll get a small amount out of it. And once again, I think we can put, is it mowing? Oh, so this is what the guy was saying about dead grass. One of my viewers was saying there's dead grass all around, so we can't do anything with this. So this really is a field of nothing. And I wonder how many of those we're going to run into. Well, that was a good experiment. So we can use this for something, but not for that. So I might as well, I don't know. I got to think if I want to keep that field or not, because it's worth probably $50,000 or $20,000, and I can't mow it. So really, all it's going to be used for is maybe a greenhouse. Let's just get rid of it. I got rid of it last time, and then I rebought it back because it was like, yeah, it's like part of my farm, but it's hard to access. It's hardly accessible, I should say. Oh, I don't own field number 108. So we've mowed this field. So this field's going to have to be our silage field. Let's see, silage. Let me think about this. So I'm dividing this out in my head. This field is going to be, silage. These two together will be silage. And then one hay and one silage. And then next year, we're going to lose one of these, and this is going to become wheat. So let's go to the back of the farm. We'll mow the other big field now. And we gained some money back because we sold what we didn't need. I'm going to see if I can try to find another way out of here. Nope. There must be some way out of here. Nope, there is not. Captains and kings in the ship's hold, here to collect. Wow. Silver and gold. Do, 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 do. Silver and gold, man. So the other field we're going to mow is right in front of us. Now, I have a feeling that once we get cows, they're probably going to be in this field maybe, but maybe not. They might just be in this little paddock here to the left. So this might just be our grass field. And let's see what happens. I'm praying that this is not the same thing where we have a dead field. Give me grass. Yes, we got grass. Okay. But I said this was going to be silage, so actually we need to stop this right now. Stop it. I've thrown a little hay back. Okay, so what we're going to do is this back attachment's going to come off here, and we're going to bring up the other. Hold on. So we're bringing up our baler and our windrower. From the shop. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the windrower on the back, and I'm going to have it pushed to the left. And then as we mow, we'll go back and forth, and we'll make we should theoretically make nice rows. We'll see how they turn out, but and then we can use this tractor to do the same thing on the fields and windrow, or we can even use our mower to do it, to windrow the hay that we've got out drying. And actually, you know what? I think I want to do all the rest of the fields as silage because we want to sell. I'm going to keep back some, but I do want to sell some too because silage is really, for a while, it's going to be our crop. So yeah. So there. And let's see, how much is this field over here? Just out of curiosity, we're looking at. Is this all one field or is it two separate fields? I don't know if linseed gets straw, so I'm not going to take a risk. Because I'm thinking of buying a field that has something on it already so we can have straw for the season. We got no other reason. Dee straw for the season. Do 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 do. Oh man, puncture. Oh come on. Once again, see this is why the mowing rig would be a pain. You can already see just from this. It's like trying to get this little tiny thing through here. It's painful. 110 looks like it, but that's going to be an expensive field. But you know what? Once again, I don't need to buy a harvester. Really, all we need now is cows. That field back there is what I'm thinking. What is that? Well, we'll go look. Sorry, I get ahead of myself and I get excited, and I want to see what's on the field that's in our farm. Like, remember that we have that little section that from the first episode that grows out onto our land. I'm gonna just put that right there. We'll come back and put that away, but for now, and I'm gonna put this out here like so, and we'll. Though, you know what? Is that windrowing the grass? Okay, now give me a minute here. I got to wrap my head around this. Is this windrowing the grass? What? Okay, hold on a second. What is that? What does it say about this? Mowers cut grass. Okay, let me just see something real quick here before we run the windrower. Does this not look like it's just windrowing it? It is. Oh, now that is special. Okay, well, they're not very tight windrows, though. It's going to be a little bit messy to collect. But this is definitely windrowing our product. Oh, man, that's interesting. We're going to go around the outside once, and I'm going to run a couple rows and see. I mean, we could still put the windrower on it, and it would make it push it into one pile, but that's definitely not just, that's windrowed. A sloppy windrow, but see how wide the thing is, and that's how wide it's making it. That interesting. Unique. See this field here. What is this growing on this field? Linseed. I own this. We can mow that little section of it and see if it becomes hay. Let's just try it while we're here. Or straw, I mean. Yep, it does. And it's going to flag me in a second and say we don't own this. But, yeah, see, so that's that. So I can buy this field. We can use the linseed and not worry about the linseed itself. But all right, so we need to buy this real quick because I want to get it before the guy decides to harvest it. He will probably harvest it overnight. Usually the way the game works is over that evening, 24 hours or whatever, they 12 hours. It's $120,000, but we're buying it. Okay, so we're now arable farmers. We have arable land, and I'll plant every year. I will plant something, oats probably because they grow the fastest. But there you go. So, and you can see here that did indeed windrow the crop. Wow. My option was to do, or my thought was to do this, and I'll show you one. We'll do a couple rows. I probably still will use the windrower because it'll make less passes for the baler, and we have to do the double passes anyway because we got to mow the whole thing. So what is Arthur on about? You'll see in just a second. Let's get that windrower mounted onto the front of this, or on the back, I mean. I need to check my phone. That's my wife. Hold on. All right, my wife's going to be texting me on and off, so you'll hear the phone go off. I apologize. She wants KFC for dinner. Okay, but whatever. KFC can be good. I said, how much longer? And she said, awesome. She's at the barn. Maybe an hour. Okay, well, that's cool. Perfect. Perfectamundo. That gives me time to finish this episode and maybe one other. I didn't do any chores tonight. I'm going to be in trouble. Let's grab this. Ooh, that's a big one. So the idea is to get the mower mowing. And I don't know how slow it's going to make this thing, but... And then get the rower going the other way. I need to figure out how to change direction on the rower. Work mode. That's the map. I don't need the map. No. I'm so confused. Work mode. Turn on windrower. Nope. Toggle work mode. There we go. Right. And let's turn on the windrower. There we go. Oh my God. Okay. Why is it not? Oh, and it has to run the other way. Oh. Well, shoes and socks. That doesn't work. Okay, well, we'll just go with what we got then. We still need the windrower for the hay. But shows you there. This tractor almost can't power that thing too, so maybe it's time for an upgrade like we talked about earlier. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide that one. Would be nice, but I should have known better. But yeah, you live and learn. Now you guys know too that, oh, that windrower doesn't operate backwards. It only goes forwards. Some windrowers are dragged behind, some windrowers are not. That one's definitely a not. Well, here I go again on my own. Oh, and I have the mower swathed left. That's why it's... Like, why am I having to push over this far? That's why. Because I'm a dummy. Ooh, nice cut. Oh, that's just perfect, though, isn't it? So we'll have our fields in nice little rows. And it's all good. And to be honest with you, this was able to mow and ted at the same time. So that's good, too. And that's really what we needed it for. It's kind of what I set it up for. So I'm happy. I'm not disappointed in the way that this is performancing. All right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode as we got things figured out a little bit better. And like I said, the rest of these fields are all going to be silage and grass. So I'm not hello, brain. I'm not doing any more hay today. The rest of it's going to be all silage. So that will do us for now. The next time you come back, I should theoretically have all of these mowed and rowed, and we'll start gathering the bales. Like I said, partly we're going to be keeping some of them, but the other ones we'll be selling because I do want to, make some money, and we can get some of the money back that we spent today. I think we're going to do okay on this farm. Like this field, I think probably these two big fields I will keep for self. And then the two smaller fields I will use, or the three smaller fields I'll use for silage. silage. And the other thing I think I'm going to do for those fields is I'm going to take, I probably will take the plow to them and rip them up and do the, what do you call it? Where it, the precision farming to them so that we get better results for our sales crops. Whereas these will just be... used for feeding, so it doesn't really matter. But those I want to get more out of. So I will spend the time to tear those up and make them perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. I'm having fun making these episodes. I hope you guys are enjoying watching them. Bye.